Hello everyone, how have you all been? Welcome back to another tech capsule. Hope everyone was doing great. Let's just jump right into today's news without wasting any further time. So let's start with Atlassian. So today's update is especially important if you're a Gina administrator, a Forge developer, or anyone who regularly works with JQL. So Atlassian has announced a breaking change to JQL in Jira discovery. Now, whenever developers hear the word breaking change, this it usually means one thing: something that works today may stop working in the future unless you update it. Now, in this case, Atlassian is deprecating certain JQL operators used with interval date fields in Jira product discovery. Now, any filters or dashboards, automations, or integrations that rely on the old syntax will need to be updated before September 10, 2026. After that date, those queries will simply stop working. Now, let's understand what this actually means. JQL or Jira Query Language is one of Jira's most powerful features. It allows users to search for issues using conditions like issue assigned to me or task due this week. And many organizations rely on JQL every single day. Now it's used inside your dashboards, your automation rules, saved filters, reports, and even Forge applications. So when Atlassian changes how JQL works, it's not just a developer update, it can affect entire workflows. Now, before anyone starts worrying, this isn't going to happen overnight. Atlassian has given developers and administrators several months to migrate their queries. And honestly, I think that's the right approach. Cloud software evolves constantly. Sometimes older APIs or query formats need to be retired so the platform can become more consistent and easier to maintain. Now, the important thing is that organizations review their existing filters and automations before the deadline because once the deprecation date arrives, those old queries won't fail with a warning anymore. They'll simply stop returning the expected result. I also think this serves as a reminder that maintaining enterprise software isn't just about adding new features. Sometimes it's about keeping existing systems up to date as well. The organizations that regularly review their automations and integrations will have a much smoother experience than those that only react when something breaks. All right, moving on to today's second news. Meta has officially expanded its generative AI tool with the Muse rollout. Now, its newest AI-powered image, which is its newest AI-powered image generating tool or system. Now, we've already seen image generators from companies like OpenAI or Google or Adobe. So, what makes this announcement interesting? The answer is integration. Meta isn't just building another AI image generator, it's integrating image generation directly into its own ecosystem of products, including Facebook, Instagram, WhatsApp, and Messenger as well. Now, that means millions or even billions of users could eventually generate images without ever leaving the app that they already use. Now, think about the scale of that for a second. So, instead of visiting a dedicated AI website, users might simply type something like create a birthday invitation or generate an image for my Instagram story right inside the application that they are already using. And I think that's where the real competition in AI is heading. It's no longer just about building the smartest model anymore. It's about embedding AI into products that people are already using every day. Now, Meta has billions of active users across its platforms. And if even a small percentage begin using AI image generated images regularly, that could become one of the largest deployments of generative AI anywhere in the world. And at the same time, this also raises familiar question around misinformation, copyright, and responsible AI usage. Now, as AI generated images become easier to create, platforms will need better ways to identify synthetic content and prevent misuse as well. So while Muse image represents another big step forward for generative AI, it also reminds us that accessibility and responsibility need to grow together and always have to go hand in hand. All right, now for today's biggest AI news. According to Reuters, OpenAI is preparing to unveil GPT 5.6 after delaying its launch by several weeks. Now, every new GPT release naturally creates a lot of excitement, but I think this launch is important for a different reason. The AI industry has become incredibly competitive over the last year. Anthropic continues improving Claude, Google keeps pushing Gemini, and Meta investing billions into its Llama ecosystem. And open source models are improving faster than ever. That means OpenAI no longer has the luxury of being the only major player as it was a couple of years ago. And every new model is now compared against several strong competitors. The reports suggest that GPT 5.6 will focus on better reasoning, stronger coding performance, improved multimodal capabilities, and more reliable responses across complex tasks. Now, the rollout also follows a recent US approval for broader deployment. What's interesting about this is that OpenAI delayed the release, and honestly, I think that's somewhat of a good sign. Well, not always. Now, but in today's AI race, companies are under enormous pressure to release models as quickly as possible. But sometimes taking extra time to improve reliability is the better decision if we think about it. Because once millions of people start using a model, every mistake becomes public. And I also think this launch represents another milestone in the AI race. A couple of years ago, new AI models were major events because they happened only occasionally. But today, these new releases have become almost a routine, if we've been seeing as of now. That tells us just how quickly this industry is evolving. And the competition is not slowing down anytime soon. If anything, it's becoming even more intense. And according to me, I think that the AI race is no longer just about who releases first. It's about who delivers the most useful models in their capability or in the market, if possible. Now, that's it for today's news. If you connect today's three stories, somewhat of a clear pattern starts to show up. Atlassian is reminding organizations that maintaining software is just as important as building is. It Meta is making AI available for billions of everyday users, and OpenAI is pushing the next generation of AI models in an increasingly competitive market. There might be different companies, they might have different technologies, but they're all highlighting the same reality. The future of AI isn't just about innovation anymore, it's about adoption, reliability, and making those technologies useful at some sort of scale. Now, that's it for today's news. If you liked our content, please consider liking and sharing it with someone who you think will also like our content. If you're new to our channel, please consider subscribing and hit that bell icon so that you're always informed about all our recent uploads and releases. If you're interested in buying some Forge apps, feel free to go to the links in the description below and just download whatever fits your preference and requirements. All right, that's it for today's video. We'll hope to see you in the next one. Till then, thank you and bye bye.